Now this is the Draft Labs ADAM Tournament Series. Match number 2 of set number 1 here on the day. The God Squad now taking over blue side with Eddie the God, Dusa, Ed Omnia Venitas, and Andrew the God. Team AMAM taking over red with What Is It Wolf, Eric L85, Gross Pigeon, and Rare Candy. We do have 6 bands out this far, but since we came into the lobby a little bit late, we'll just go ahead and get into the picks that we've got so far. We have a Nidalee taken by Eddie the God, a Lux taken by What Is a Wolf, and a Kog'Maw taken by Eric L. Now, let's look at the bands here. Before I say anything about these picks, I'm going to go over the bands. Xerath, Varus, and Morgana banned out by Eddie the Gods. I actually really like those bands. And then we have Ezreal, Galio, and Blitzcrank banned out by Team AMAM. So, Ezreal and Galio having been banned out by Team AMAM are odd ones. I don't usually see them as Galio banners or Galio players. So this is kind of a new ban for me to see from them. I know they did in the last match as well, but I'm not sure if they're kind of doing it. It's tough for me to say. We'll have to ask them later why they're doing it, but I don't understand the Galio ban too much. Blitzcrank, we all know about the Blitzcrank, because that first pick Blitzcrank with the Morgana banned out would have been a very powerful one. Now the next 2 lock-ins for the God Squad were Dusa taking the Jace and Et Omnia Venitas taking the Karma. Now, I'm really bummed out here to see that not only was Kog'Maw given to Team AMAM, but also Jinx was. Usually people don't see how crucial the Jinx is to Team AMAM's playstyle, because getting kills is all part of the way they play. They're the type of squad that kind of combines that fast push feature of a composition with getting kills, with super aggressiveness, you know, with actual kill potential, and Jinx is who brings that with her ultimate. They whittle people down to low healths, and then they execute them with the Jinx ultimate. So I think that Jinx is a insta-steal or insta-ban against Team AMAM nowadays. Same goes for the Kog'Maw. And giving Team AMAM Kog'Maw, Ziggs, and Jinx, while the Xerath was banned out, is actually a big mistake in my opinion. The God Squad, their ban phase has not gone nearly as well in this match as it was in the last. That being said, I do still like their composition, but I like Team AMAM. I like what Team AMAM has, and I know Team AMAM are definitely raving about what they've built here so far. So let me get these charts all filled back out for you guys. We have, let's see, Gross Pigeon. He did, now, oh, he picked the Ziggs, didn't he? They swapped, so it's kind of throwing me off. Ziggs, then we have Rare Candy on the Jinx, and then for the final pick, it was actually Andrew the God taking the Scion now, and he ended up trading that one up for the Karma. Actually, they made quite a few swaps here, so a little bit of mind games going there. But as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, our style stats team composition strength calculator is all filled out. Team AMAM taking a very similar composition of what they had in the last match. This is Team AMAM style. Poke, Siege, and Wave Clear. That's what they are all about. If they had a 5th pick here, you bet your sweet booty they'd be bringing in some disengage. So this is an all left-sided team. They love to take those games that can get a nice early game advantage, and they like to push it, and they like to make victories out of it. And this squad they built right now is the type of squad that can definitely do that. Whereas if we look over at Blue Side's chart, that would be the God Squad. They've taken much more of an aggressive approach here. They do have those left-sided traits here, which are important, and their squad is actually very good. I mind you guys, 5.04 on their comp score versus a 5.09. This squad that they built here is actually really solid, except for the fact that they have such a huge deficit in both Poke, Siege, and Wave Clear. They're going to want to fight. They're going to want to do some. They're going to definitely want to fight quite a bit, considering that the fact that they do have great engage stats. They have a lot of mobility on their squad, which is really nice. Another thing that I didn't mention earlier, they have mobility that can get them away from those poke spells in Team AMAM. But in terms of making those fights, in terms of getting those fights started and then transitioning from a started fight into a victorious fight against Team AMAM, that's something we've never seen before, you guys, especially not in the early game. So it'll be completely brand new for me, and will be completely, I will never have seen it before if the God Squad are in fact able to jump onto Team AMAM and come out victorious without getting disengaged upon, because the disengage for Team AMAM, it's there, you know, it's decent. We have Lux on her disengage as well as Kog'Maw with his nice slows. Same goes for Jinx. They do have it, but I don't think it's necessarily quite good enough to stop a Scion ultimate. So hopefully that Scion from Ed Omnia is going to come out strong. We've seen Ed Omnia play the Scion many times before. The J Steel was important though. This forces AMAM to have 1 AD or push Kog'Maw to AD, which may not happen. Very good point. So with the J Steel, and this is credit to Pockets. With this J steal, the God Squad have in fact forced Team AMAM into either a single AD composition, which is not terrible. I mean, it still works to their strengths here, but it will also allow Et Omnia, who's playing a tank, to benefit that much more from building that Age of the Legion, which, you know, guaranteed is going to be the item that he starts on. So that's very important to note. And if Team AMAM do end up deciding to push the Kog'Maw to an AD role, then Kog'Maw is arguably less strong, or weaker, much weaker on this map in the AD form than he is in the AP. But he is still a diverse champion. That's one of the things that makes him great on this map, is the fact that he can do both. Whether or not he's stronger on one or the other that's something that's up for discussion, but he can in fact do both, and that brings great diversity to his kit and great diversity to the compositions that are in fact built. Whew. AMAM still has a strong squad. Yes, yes they do. Strong swad. Yes, they do. AMAM, this is exactly what Team AMAM wanted. These are the guys that, even if you change up your ban phase, even if you change up something throughout your ban phase, they're still going to come out and they're still going to take the picks that you wish you had. That's one of the recurring themes when you play against Team AMAM, or you see Team AMAM play. You always look at their composition and say, damn, I wish I had that. So there's so many different factors that Team AMAM are capable. There's so many different ways Team AMAM are capable of winning the game. It's even in the mind games through the pick ban phase. They get themselves the composition they want no matter what champions are available, and they always make the other team say, damn, that's going to be tough to deal with. And as of right now, that's definitely the case. Look at this, you guys. Team AMAM, so quick off the gun. You can see, I love the mobility, and Karma needs to stick with the remaining members of the team to try to get them into that bush faster. Maybe using the mantra this early wouldn't be the best thing, but uh-oh, Andrew the God, he's lagging behind. That is way too long for Andrew the God to take, but so is Eric L. We might see a nice little 3v3 skirmish here, you guys. We need something big to happen. There's Dusa. He walks in. He's getting snared out. He's taking some good damage, but Gross Pigeon also locked down as well. They need to capitalize on this, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to. Now it's a 4v4, and now it's a 4v3 for the next couple of seconds. There we go. Here's that early skirmish, you guys. Contest that early game advantage from Team AMAM. Dusa, that is a critical mistake. Won't even be able to make it out with the flash. Dusa falls now. First blood to Rare Candy, but Rare Candy getting snared up. Now underneath the tower. Might be safe here. And that is the case. Oh my goodness. No bueno, you guys. Thank goodness Eddie the God had his mantra available there to get the team back at the safety, but first blood, once again, going over in favor of Rare Candy. But at least the kills were traded, you guys. At least damage was traded throughout that. You can see the team healths are fairly even here, especially with Dusa being back in. If they were to run in and try to start another fight, it would actually be beneficial to them. I would really like to see that. You know, you really want to just make things happen right away. Four tiers, once again, coming out from Team AMAM, you guys. 4-tier start. A lot of mana regen coming out from the God Squad as well, but at Omnia, he's going for a more damage-oriented Scion build, which isn't the most terrible thing, but I think that in this early game phase against what Team AMAM is bringing, some health regen and some magic resist would really benefit him there. Wydid says, did you get my message in League? I don't believe I did. The most recent one, no, I did not. If you would relay it to me here in chat, that'd be great. I mean, as long as it's appropriate, you can relate it to me in chat. AMAM, they have themselves a nice early lead once again. Scion, he is bringing some fantastic wave clear, and he's got the shields as well, but he's going to get punished out pretty hard here, man. That's half of his health bar drained just for trying to get some wave clear off, and that is one of the main things that the God Squad are lacking right now. They're reliant. They are absolutely reliant on Scion to clear waves, and he's a melee champion. He's not going to be able to do it without taking incredibly large amounts of harassment. If the God Squad want to be able to contest this early game, they need to start clearing the waves out really soon, or really early rather. They need to clear out the waves before they get underneath the tower, because that's where Ed Omnia is getting punished when he moves forward, just like he is right now. Even more punishment coming from him. He does get the snare on the stun on the Rare Candy, but there was no follow-up there. Oh my goodness. Oh my G-ness. Gross Pigeon, he's bowling like the tiniest little tiny bit of damage here. Less damage being dealt to this tower early on, but it's still a formidable amount. What is it, Wolf low on mana? 2 clarities on the side of Team AMAM. What is it, Wolf could definitely use one here soon. But there isn't quite enough mana having been used by, or there hasn't been enough mana used by Team AMAM to merit Eric L using his clarity again. What is a Wolf is just going to snag some of those relics. There's a nice stun into Eric L, but nobody follows up. There was so much damage potential there from Nidalee, from Karma, but nobody followed up, and Ed Omni is simply going to lose his life from that one. Big mistake there. Dusa, he threw a spear out right before Ed Omnia, or as Ed Omnia was charging up that stun. Should have recognized that stun could land, and that was a lot of potential damage there onto Eric L. Oh, it was actually Rare Candy who's taking the Jinx this time. I thought it was Eric L on the Jinx, and I actually thought it was What is a Wolf on the Kog'Maw as well. These guys switching up their champions. Our abbreviation would be HAG. All right, word. Sounds good to me. You won't see your abbreviation on the stream because I'll do the full team name, but still. Oh, that would have been a stun there from Ed Omni. He lets go of it a little bit too early and once again loses his life. Clear out the waves, dude. There we go. There we go. Clear out the waves and then soak up some poke for your team. Ed Omnia falling once again 0-2 and 0 now on this Scion. The God Squad not losing quite as much as they did in the last match, but that being said, they're still losing quite a bit. Dusa, that's a dead Nidalee. That's unfortunate. Dusa giving up the 4th blood here in this match, and that should be a turret now for Team AMAM, as What is a Wolf has just hit his level 6. With that kill, he hit that level 6, and now Team AMAM are easily steamrolling this one in the same exact way they did the last game. It's such a difficult strategy to counter because you have to be faster than them, and they have so much experience, and they have all of their items already set up. It would take a while of setting up your item sets and things like that, and making sure that you can buy those items very quickly just to counteract Team AMAM's playstyle. There's the first tower, you guys, 5 minutes in, and ultimate from Ed Omnia is not going to catch What is a Wolf. He dodges, then flashes away. Dusa forced to run in and try to get some burst damage off. Does get the kill as Ziggs just kind of hands it to her. Make that a double for Nidalee. Ed Omnia is still strong. Still in the backlines as well, and a double kill for the God Squad might be able to bring them back into this game, you guys, but keep in mind, Team AMAM, they got some nice gold in the early phases of this match, and they are, in fact, getting a nice little power spike on this back as well. Ed Omnia took the brunt of that Jinx ultimate there from downtown. That one was going quite quickly, and he took a lot of damage, so this is still, even though the God Squad come back with a nice little counter multi-kill, they aren't able to take anything from it. That's unfortunate. Oh, Jace wanted 4. Jace wanted 4 or 5 last hits from that Q. He only ended up getting 1. That sucks. That's a body block from a hero minion right there, you guys. Andrew the God, he went back. He was able to give himself a Brutalizer. A very similar build to what we saw from AMAM in the last match, except for he does not have the 4 or 5 kills that the Jace had in this in the last match. The mobility for the God Squad is really what's going to be able to bring them back in this match. They just have to utilize it. AMAM making another push. They're looking to start siege on the second tower, and they're just going to play this exactly the same way they play out the first one, you guys. They're just going to move forward, poke out, punish anybody who tries to wave clear, who's most likely going to be the Scion, forcing them into some uncontested damage, and then siege off of that. Execute with Lux ultimate, execute with Lux ultimates, execute with Jinx ultimates. I mean, this is a very linear composition that we're seeing coming out from Team AMAM, but they're playing it out pretty well. God Squad still have a chance, though. Nice spear there. Dusa, with long range, can definitely stay healthy, even though his, can definitely stay, oh, nice double kill there for Jinx. Such great capitalization, man. That's so much different of a thing with Team AMAM than you see from most other teams, is that they're all just really, really on point with each other, man. They all know exactly what's going to happen, and they know what's going to happen before it even happens. They're watching each other's spells. They're watching the key spells that go out from their allies, the stuns or the snares, and then using the Jinx and using the Ziggs and using the Lux to capitalize on those spells. That's why the Jinx is so important here. Ed Omnia, a little bit of a late ultimate, tried to catch What is a Wolf. Ends up getting 2 stuns shortly after. He's being taken fairly low, but with 3 members on top of him, 3 of his allies, as a matter of fact, they might be able to pick up a couple of kills. That is going to be the case. 1 going over in favor of Jinx. Now Scion has gone down, but Eddie the God is in hot pursuit. He needs to snare up Gross Pigeon and make sure that he can get him down first, but Rare Candy now flashing away. Should fall here, that is the case. Eddie the God picks up that kill. Gross Pigeon picks up an easy one. That was a little bit too easy for Gross Pigeon to pick up. Quite unfortunate. But a nice little counterplay there from the God Squad, but they're still unable to take anything from it. You know, the God Squad at this point, considering the deficit so far, 2 towers down, 6 to 11 in kills. We're talking a 3K gold lead, only 8 minutes in for Team AMAM. It is about time that the God Squad decide on what they're going to do to take this game late. Dusa now taken down. Overextension there, trying to 1v1 Gross Pigeon, but the remaining members of Team AMAM come back a little bit too swiftly. AMAM moving forward once again. You do not want AMAM inside of your base, you guys. You do not want Team AMAM on your side of the map. And with Team AMAM having so much space, that was a great little... What was that? What ended up just doing that much damage? Was it a Jace Q? That was a 3-man Jace Q that just completely forced Team AMAM to back off. Well played here. Nice kill for Dusa. That's going to open up a lot of opportunities. And Omnia needs his ult right now. He does get a nice slow. Should be able to at least move forward, but Dusa's taking a little bit too much damage. Beautiful shields there from Eddie the God. They're going to force another kill now for the God Squad. Team AMAM being forced backwards. Now's a great opportunity for the God Squad to be able to bring something back here, but keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that Kog'Maw is the only remaining member of Team AMAM, and his wave clear is full of plenty. It's plenty to be able to defend here. So they need to force him away, not allow him to do what he's doing right now. Position forward, punish him. Punish him right now. Force him back before he can do what he just did. Look at all the minions, they're all dead. That just completely cut the siege opportunity for the God Squad in half. And now Ed Omnia finally moves forward and tries to zone him out, but it's too late. He's already taken turret, he already took turret aggro because the minions were all dead. So it will in fact be an AP cog, so we are seeing a tri-AP composition come out, and the Aegis of the Legion at Omnia, he's built right into it. He has the Catalyst and the Aegis. I like this build from him. Locket of the Iron Solari are also coming out from Gross Pigeon. This guy is the designated support Aegis builder. Here's that Omnia for another big engage. Locks down 3. There's some great damage coming out so far. Gross, he gets his ultimate off, but no one going down from it. And Omnia picks up the kill on a Jinx. Now Deuce is doing a great job with Eric L in the back lines. And Omnia... Oh my goodness, you guys, this is a game. This is a game. 10-13 now in kills as this team fight ends in a 1-for-0 trade in favor of the God Squad. But Team AMAM, they're looking to make a comeback. They're trying to take as much as they can from this big space in between both the teams. The engagement is over. The engage is over. Now we're back to kind of a faux laning phase. Any sort of engage that would have to come from here would be a tower dive, and that's unsafe this early in the game. And Omnia, he's going to go for it, though. He's just looking for some damage. That slow ended up working out really well for him, because Nidalee was able to follow up there. Who won the first set? I mean, the first game. You can most likely see it on your screen, Pro Shinobi, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, let me check that. Oops. Let me check that and make sure. Yes, you can. So as you can see, all mid, all modes ended up winning the first game. I was making sure that you didn't ask that because I messed it up, or you just didn't see it. So AMAM did in fact take the first game. Now AMAM, with Rare Candy back, are making themselves a nice little push back in, and this isn't necessarily AMAM overpowering the God Squad. This is the God Squad respecting, respecting the poke and the range damage. So they're moving backwards. They're either in the face of Team AMAM and winning the fights, or they're way far away, like really far away, and simply just trying to stay out of the range of all the poke. Did you answer Syndra stream lagging for me? I did. Did I answer Syndra? I don't know what your question was about Syndra. I didn't see you ask something about Syndra. Thank you, Gingy. I appreciate that, man. I really do. So the God Squad in this little like extended kind of dance off here, they're taking the brunt. They're taking more damage than they would like. At Omnia, he does get popped, his passive popped early, but he does have targets here. As long as he has targets, he's in a good spot. Oh my goodness, double snare from Lux was so crucial, man. There would have been capitalization there from Andrew the God, but Gross Pigeon ends up getting a double stun. Nice knockback there as well. Beautiful play from What Is a Wolf. Knocks our Dusa, Nidalee, right back into his ultimate and snags the kill from it as well. So that's 2 members of the God Squad falling quite swiftly to Team AMAM, and they should be able to take this Nexus now. 13 minutes in. It's an early Nexus, but definitely not something that the God Squad can't come back from. Nice kill there for Eddie the God. Now Andrew the God's on the back lines, just gets executed by Rare Candy. Rare Candy even had the ignite on him, but the shields from Gross Pigeon were a little bit too much. There's a nice kill for Gross Pigeon. Oh, and another one for Ed Omnia as well. He picks it up with the shout. Make that a double for Nidalee, and a nice little counter ace here in favor of the God Squad. Beautiful, beautifully played out. Now, they still don't have the numbers here in order to be able to fully capitalize. They have some time, but Ed Omnia, he needs to just wave clear. They need to just wave clear, buy themselves some time, get past 20 minutes. Get past 20 minutes as the God Squad against Team AMAM, and you're in the clear. We all know how well the God Squad have done in the past in the late game. These guys love long games. They build for it, they thrive at it. So that's really what we're looking for. Ooh, look at this. They might take a tower. Oh my god, this is so cute. They're going to take a tower on Team AMAM. This is one of the best performances we've seen against Team AMAM in quite some time, ladies and gentlemen. Quite some time. Except for last night, actually. We saw some really exciting games last night. Team AMAM versus Counter Instigate. Actually, those were probably some of the best performances we've seen. This one is shaping up to be one of the better performances we've seen against Team AMAM. Here's another engage from Ed Omnia right away. Gross Pigeon, he's locked down. There is some disengage and good damage spread from what is a Wolf's ultimate. That's Ziggs. Now Ed Omnia, he's still a little bit too far forward. He does need some heals, but he's getting them. He might end up falling, though, nonetheless. Gonna try to look for a stun before he goes down. Jinx picks up the double here, as Karma was trying to follow up, but Andrew the God and Dusa had already disengaged. Now Dusa in a tough position, does get the kill, isn't able to disengage, though, so at least trading 3 for 1 here. I don't know if that's a worthy trade, because Andrew the God doesn't really have the wave clear he needs, or the pressure that he needs in order to be able to defend here, but what I can tell you is that at least it's not an ace. At least it's not a 4 for 1. So what can AMAM do here in order to secure their victory? Push a Hellsea Siege Minion underneath this tower and siege it. Focus down on it. But look at Eddie the God, he's back. We're still in the early phases of the match, you guys. Team AMAM, they're going to have a hard time sieging any sort of tower, especially when the fights start in the center of the map like that. They have a long way to go before they can actually get there. Nice snow from Ed Omnia. Eddie the God's been taken low. Great damage from Eric L. There's an ultimate. Only ends up hitting Ed Omnia, so the damage is minimal. That's lucky and important. Oh my god, the first tower actually ended up going down. The God Squad ignored it. And they allowed the Siege Minions to actually take down the first Nexus turret. I guess it's not the biggest deal here, but now Gross Pigeon is being locked up. They need to take more kills. Eddie the God not quite able to pick up one onto what is a Wolf. Gross Pigeon, there's the late ultimate. I love this. He moves right past what is a Wolf onto Eric L. Picks up that kill. Eric L. now looking for one onto Jace. Good call on his part. Keep Karma alive. But you know what? Karma might be able to sustain and might be able to keep this as a 3 versus 1. Another ace now in favor of the God Squad. And they're going to be looking to make another push. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. I love it. And I love the fact that Sion is here as well, because in this deficit against the Super Minions, he can just simply push them back. Lag is real today. Couldn't even change Mad Tries. That's crazy, man. I'm not even sure what Mad Tries are. And look at this, dude. They're just going to take it up. I wouldn't surprise if Ed Omnia just gives up his life here. He might as well just have that passive popped. Might as well. They just want to get this tower down. He'll be back in time. Now he needs to stay and he needs to soak him some stuff. Eddie the God, you're here a little bit too late, my man. Easy kill for Rare Candy. He should have disengaged, went back to defend as quickly as possible, because he was actually a key part in the rest of his team disengaging. Now he simply gave up 2 kills. He's on a 30-second death timer, and Team AMAM are rushing their way into the enemy base. Beautiful play there, though, from the God Squad. They're able to get an ace and get the second tower down. This is more any team has taken against Team AMAM in a long time, maybe even ever, here in the Draft Labs Tournament Series. I love what I'm seeing. Team AMAM, they're keeping at it, though. They're just trying to bully this way down. Now Ed Omnia makes the engage. He has a great setup here. Look at that. 2 stuns. What is it, Wolf? Left low. The spear misses. That was a crucial spear. Rare Candy is simply 1v2ing in the backline. Still alive. Somehow able to stay alive, but Dusa gets the kill. Now Ziggs picks up the one of Sion, but he's still alive and he still has targets. Gonna try to pincer out Eric L. His damage is heavy, but he doesn't have quite enough. 2 members now down for the God Squad and 3 left available for Team AMAM. This might be the final countdown here, you guys. Gross Pigeon, now he's 1v1ing Eric the God. He's getting snared. Dusa fell, now Andy the God fell, and that's going to be GG, you guys. 17 minutes in, Team AMAM take it. They just bully their way in. I'm not sure if Andrew the God's going to be able to take this one by himself. He needs to make a big play. He's distracting for long enough. Can he get the kill to what is a Wolf? Doesn't look like that's the case, but we still have Ed Omnia in the game. Can they take it? Oh, he gets snared up. and that's GG. Congratulations to AMAM. They take this set in a 2-0 sweep. But that being said, this was a fantastic performance from the God Squad. These guys made some really, really great plays. I think it was only a matter of time before they brought this game back. And because like I said, you guys, and then check out the timer, 18 minutes and 12 seconds. That's when the game ended. I said earlier in the match, 20 minutes, God Squad goes past 20 minutes with their composition and with their playstyle against Team AMAM, and I think that the game is theirs. Team AMAM only had 2 minutes to go before the God Squad won this game, in my opinion. But Team AMAM came out, they won the team fight in the end. They didn't have the best initiation in that last team fight, that final team fight. Dusa missing an absolutely crucial spear on a What Is a Wolf. It wasn't poorly placed, but it did miss. I think that Dusa was kind of leading What Is a Wolf a little bit, just in case he came out of the stun, but mistimed the stun slightly and ended up overshooting that spear, ended up keeping What Is a Wolf alive for an extra couple of seconds. That's a lot of damage there available with low cooldowns from Zig, so that was a very impressive match. Congratulations to AMAM. They take the set 2-0, keeping their undefeated title, but that was the closest game. That was one of the closer games that we've ever seen to AMAM getting down, getting beat, especially with the type of composition they brought here, which is their standard composition, one that has won in 5 minutes before. Now they are kept to 18 minutes. Very impressive play from the God Squad, and I'm very proud of these guys, and I think that the God Squad have shown so much prowess here in the Draft Labs Tournament Series that they have a fantastic and very bright future with us here in the future at Draft Labs. So thanks again to those guys, and congratulations to AMAM. GG.